And we're back. So, who am I? Why do I don't even know why. Seriously, I have no clue. It started about 11 years ago. And it was after a divorce, after I lost my business, all kinds of, downfalls, deep pit of despair, right? Well, I was living in this little two-bedroom house, and I couldn't even make the rent on that place. But anyhow, um, I'm sitting in the bed, and I'm the only one in the house, and the TV's going. And what I was watching was a religious program, and might know how to say his name better than what I can. And the reason why I'm going to use this is because I want you to know that I do watch other religions. And his name, and I know I'm going to mess it up because everybody always corrects me, but I say Creflo Dollar, and I don't know in the whereabouts of that man or anything about him anymore. This was back in 2015 in the month of November. The month of November is a special month for Catholics, right? All Saints Day, All Souls Day. Okay. So here I am. I'm sitting on my bed, backboard right on my back, and I'm watching him talk. And what is he talking about? He's talking about that we should tithe to the church 10% of your income. Well, I had no income. I was broke. Everything was gone. Um, and so after the show, I figured, okay, well, I turned it off. Then I sat on the edge of the bed and started thinking. I said, God, I have no money for you. My mountain of debt is roughly $40,000, and I have $0 to my name. How, dear Lord, can I tithe to you? Here he comes. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Someone said, Mark, I do not want your money. I want you. Yes, Lord, I am bawling my eyes out. Yes, Lord, yes, everything, me, I'm yours. Do what you want with me. I am yours. I'm a complete failure doing what Mark thinks is right. Remember, just like Paul, or Saul, rather. But who am I that you would talk to me, right? Who am I? Nobody. So I started thinking from that day forward. And so that was 15. So it's been roughly 11 years. And I never thought to make a video. Why? Because, Mark, you don't know anything. You have to learn it first. You have to learn all of it. What did I tell you when I first wanted to be to get into the religion? I wanted to become a deacon. I said, this is what God wants of me. He wants me to talk. Again, one of the things that, like I said, you just have to connect it with God when a question is being asked. If you think it's not a good question, it's not from God. You can discern this. So this one time I was there's a church near me, and they have adoration every Tuesday, and I was discerning to become a deacon. Now this little chapel, there's typically nobody in there. And the host is covered. There's not supposed to be anybody in the room if Jesus is there. Somebody always has to sit with Jesus when you're in adoration. There's a person assigned to stay there so that there's no vandalism type stuff going on. Well, the veil was down in front. And so Jesus had been put back into the tabernacle because there was nobody there in the room. So typically normal Catholic, sit all the way to the back. And I said, no, this time I'm going to go sit up front. I go there's maybe room for maybe 30 people in this room at the most. And I kneeled down and I began to pray. As you put your head down, well, you're also looking down. And in the little place where they keep the hymnals and the whatever literature, whatever, there was a prayer for discernment. I said, wow, God, is this what you want? You want me to be a deacon. Now, I was already 55. The cutoff date is 59. I'm currently 66. Anyhow, I thought there's no way this could happen. So I got up and I walked around the rest of all the pews and looked in every single slot. There was nothing else in that little chapel for discernment to the priesthood, to religious life, to diaconate program. You discern, you sit and you contemplate it for a year. Is this really what you want? It was like, wow, God is saying yes, because becoming a deacon would be good. Learning all about God would be great. I didn't become a deacon, did I? What I'm saying is, when you want to be with God, God will show up and be with you. The Trinity. But if you don't ask for him to come over and visit with you, he's not going to. That other guy that has the scrolling abilities. Talk at y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.